I rise like the sun sometimes, but then I fall. Like a black moon, I rise when the night falls. When the night falls, the mic calls, so listen, it's the ultraviolet rays that keep me rising on the mission. I rise like the sun sometimes, but then I fall. Like a black moon, I rise when the night calls. When the night falls, the mic calls, so listen, it's the ultraviolet rays that keep me rising on the mission.
What up, Hypebeast? You already know who it is. It's your boy back with another NBA update video. So this video is about Klay Thompson. Shout out to Klay Thompson. This goes out to all my Golden State Warrior Hypebeast, my Klay Thompson Hypebeast out there. Klay Thompson has suffered a torn ACL, and it's from the same play last night when Danny Green went up behind him to try to block that shot. I didn't think that was a bad foul at all. It's just there was contact made with Klay's body. He landed funny on one leg. It was a really bad landing. He didn't even really get to bend that knee because he was trying to avoid falling down, and he tore his ACL. So shout out to Klay. Very, very sad news. Definitely was not a dirty play though, in my opinion. And yeah, Klay Thompson went out, and that's really sad. Klay Thompson had me holding my breath in that game. And low-key, Klay Thompson, one of the most underrated players in the league. But low-key, he is the fiercest competitor in the league. He is the hardest person to beat in the league. You got in this league, you got people like LeBron who will outsmart your team, outsmart your coach, find weaknesses in the team's game plan and pick at it until he beats you. Okay, that's difficult to beat. You have people like Kevin Durant who's also smart, but also has a 7'5" wingspan and is 7 feet tall and can shoot from anywhere on the court. Just a matchup nightmare. You got people like Steph who shoots from anywhere and has a credible handle, hard to guard. You got people like Kyrie, who has a great handle, hard to guard. You got people like Kawhi Leonard, who is like a robot in the way he grinds and grinds until the business is done, and then that's when he finally relents. You got a league full of competitors that bring something different to the table. But even with that, this guy Klay Thompson is like the hardest person to beat in the NBA. That game last night, the way in the elimination game, the way he plays, it's terrifying if you're rooting for the other team or if you are on the other team. Anytime he touches the ball and it goes up for a shot, you know that's not even touching the rim. It's going in. It is very, very difficult to beat somebody. You go on a little run, he'll shut your run down. Klay Thompson, like I said, low-key, because he really doesn't get any credit. Even when it was just him and Steph and Draymond, Steph really got most of the credit for everything, and then Draymond was the spoon that stirs the kettle, or whatever the saying is. Klay Thompson was just there in a lot of people's eyes. You know, he's really good, but you know, he didn't get credit for anything. Kevin Durant came, he got even less credit. He was like the third option or whatever. He got even less credit. Everything was about KD and Steph. But man, Klay Thompson, he's the guy who almost single-handedly kept them alive versus the Thunder when the Thunder were trying to close them out. They ended up winning the series. He's the guy who, you know, helped to win that Houston series for them by having a big game, an elimination game. He's the guy, if you're in the playoffs and you're trying to eliminate them, he's the one that you're most scared of at all times on the basketball court. And I just had to say that, man. Much respect to Klay Thompson, because I respect the heck out of him, probably more than anybody else on that team. Because as great as Steph is, and as, you know, as much of a nightmare matchup that Kevin Durant is, and as smart as Draymond is on the court, and as many rebounds and how he pushes the tempo and makes good passes or whatever, really nobody is what Klay is on that team. Klay is a special basketball player. Like I said, low-key, more than Russell Westbrook, is like the fiercest competitor in the league, because Russell will scream at you and he'll dunk, but Klay is the one that you have to have nightmares about how on earth are you going to stop him. because anytime he touches that ball behind the arc, it's going up and it's going in. Anyway, out for, well, the season's over, but out for a chunk of next season. I think he'll come back probably towards the playoffs if Golden State is in the playoff hunt. Very sad, along with Kevin Durant being out the entire season, but he may not be there. I think Golden State will still offer Klay the max. They better. They should. There's really no reason not to offer him the max, even though he's going to be out, and see what happens. But yeah, very sad news. Shout out to Klay, though. You my dude, man. I hate the Warriors, but Klay, you my dude. All right, let me know what you guys think below about this devastating injury to Klay Thompson, and I'll see you guys next time.